I guess
We are officially
Stop.
recording.
I
Yo.
can say it.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I hate y'all so much.
I guess I gotta hold the mic now.
This nigga don't. Oh my
Why?
God.
I just realized.
I can't.
Why are you in a muscle shirt? What is going on?
Why you looking?
He in a wife beater.
I'm in a beater. Shots put on the shirt. I was just chilling, bro. I'm gonna chill in the crib. I was about to say something, but we were recording. Josh, you take this out.
I'm not taking it out. No, I'm gonna let you keep talking.
I'll say it offline.
No, go ahead. Say it right now.
Mo know what I'm talking about.
I have no clue.
I'm gonna put it like this. What happened when I came over your crib?
That sounds so gay.
What is happening?
I don't know what happened that you be implying in this
That
situation.
sounds gay, bro. I'm just gonna hold. I'm not going with that sound like.
Okay.
Like what happened when I came over to your crib?
You were doing something at that time.
Yo, you are implicating yourself mad crazy right now, Sam.
You was doing something at the time, and then you told me later, and I said, I understand because Josh and Trayvon don't do it.
Yo, Mo,
This is nasty.
do you have hang on, Mo, the floor is yours. Please explain this.
We're talking about offline, all right? Animated podcast.
No, I even start the intros. I mean, I'm letting y'all do y'all thing.
That I got no clue.
All right, it's something that me and you have done, but Josh and Trayvon have not done.
Have sex with each other?
Please do each other.
Like no, saying,
something that like we like, hey, but it's a freeing feeling.
Right.
Let's start, please.
Keep it moving.
All right.
What is happening?
No, hold on, Sam. I want to hear more. I want to hear more, bro. Hold up. I got to fix my fucking headset.
Bro,
hold up.
I want to hear me that you were not wearing a certain thing when I came over.
Oh, okay. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing it right now.
Hold up. Now, Sam, was his t-shirt on or off when he did this? Now, hold on. That's not the question. I apologize. I only get one question in these press conferences.
All right, yeah. Let me get my one question then. So,
Trayvon, ask your question first.
Did he point at you and wink, or like no?
Did he be like, "You moth to a flame"? wait. I got you. Sam, I gotta ask. The people need to know. When you went over Mo's house, did he slap that ass or did he hold on and grab it?
We're not doing this.
Was it like a firm grasp? Like it
was like a grasp it.
Like he rolled it too. Like he was like he just rolled it.
That's nuts.
Firmly grasp it while I said the Krusty Krab is unfair.
That's
you said
anyway, moving on.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Afro Anime, and that was Story Time with the podcast. Well,
that was no story. There was no story happening there.
We're gonna try to do those more often now. I think about it. Let's try to set some weird ass story while we record.
Please don't. Please don't.
Sam, I don't give a fuck, nigga. What do you want me to say? Like, yes, no, maybe so. I don't care.
Do you want me to put one on?
It's up to you, nigga.
You only have white beaters and 3SLs over there, nigga. Me, you wear the same size shirt, and we're not the same size. Come on now. Keep it moving, nigga.
Wait, which ones are his shirts and which ones are his girls?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Audience, the running joke is that Sam loves big t-shirts. So
I don't even wear big t-shirts.
Big t-shirts.
Because niggas say I look like I smoke Black and Miles, and I don't.
You do. But that's another thing.
Big t-shirts, no pants on.
Trayvon, move your mic away from your mouth a little bit.
So you saying I look like I smoke Black and Miles, I wear big t-shirts or a beater.
You also look like a fuck boy, so there's that.
You look like Franklin after the money.
You can't say that because you don't even know the full context of that.
Hey yo, Saint.
That's crazy.
Hey yo, Saint.
We call him Frank now. We don't call him Franklin.
Nah,
Sam,
calling him Frank is crazy, bro.
Sam, it looked like you borrow your girl's car when you take her to work.
I'm about to say, I think he bought his girl a Charger too.
Your girl driving Nissan. I know you drive a Nissan Altima. You drive that thing like a Hellcat, don't you?
You be doing Vin Diesel type turns in that bitch.
That nigga hop in the car and say family.
No, nah, it looked like Sam driving Nissan Leaf. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Nissan Leafs is crazy.
Oh my
I don't
god.
drive Nissan. I don't like Nissan.
Fuck my
Oh,
stomach.
my bad, bro. I ain't mean to offend you.
Truck's too nice.
For
He
sure,
gonna-
for sure.
He gonna come over house and show his guns, bro. That t-shirt. If a nigga pull up in a beater in my career, bro, I swear to God, I'm calling the cop to get the fuck out. Dog. I'm calling the cop. I
Bro.
swear to God.
I'm not gonna lie, that's racist.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Listen, when I was in Miami,
I apologize.
I felt so
I'm
comfortable
calling
walking
the
around
cops.
in the beater. Sometimes in the summer, I just walk outside with a beater on. I'd be comfortable.
I swear to God, you want to be a wannabe gangbanger so bad.
It's comfort.
That's racist. That's even more racist. I'm not.
It is racist. I
Why you
apologize.
stereotyping me, bro? I can't just be comfortable in my beater in my crib.
He's spitting. He's spitting.
Hey, bro, it's up to you, dog. As long as your girlfriend don't get mad at you and ask you to put on a t-shirt. So
That's crazy.
Anyway, moving on. Welcome to the Afro Anime Podcast.
She tell you to put on the t-shirt when company come over, bro. That's wild.
that
is crazy.
She tell you to put. Yo, I ain't even gonna go there, bro. We done.
My fault.
We're done.
All right.
It's your co-host Mo, Big Money Mo,
It's the
Money
one.
Bad Mo,
Oh,
whatever,
nigga Mo.
whatever you want to call it.
It's nigga just Mo. It's your boy, the one and only One Piece King, the anime fiend, RTJ. We here with Trey, Sam Savage, and Mo.
Shitty Josh.
Cutie Child.
So why you let them niggas introduce themselves?
I was gonna say that
Because
too,
it's a
like,
waste of time. Like, let's just get it going, dog.
So you let
Because-
Mo talk, but you don't let us two talk.
Because Mo's the only one that actually follows the plan of introducing. Someone's going to Sam would just throw us off, and we're gonna be back at square one. So I don't got time for that. Let's keep it going, bro. We do
Why
the
you holding me
intro.
back?
What'd you say?
Why you holding me back?
I'm not holding you back. You hold yourself back.
That's crazy.
It don't be your niggas. It just be the nigga. That's it. Singular.
that's tough.
Anyway, it's a brand new episode of Afro Anime, and we are back on video. This is going to be a recurring theme for us, and we have a special edition episode. Not really a special edition, but I guess you call it a special edition. We got a review coming up. But Sam, you had a question for the chat. Give it to the squad.
I was eating my chips in case of 1 second.
Oh my God!
Wait, Josh, how many plays did the last episode get so far?
I think 252 last time I checked.
Okay, we'll take it.
This is on Spotify, so again, I put the video on
On Spotify.
Spotify as well.
Wait, 252 plays?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, but that also really just means clicks. So take that how you want.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, bro. That's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
don't know. I'm about to say I don't know how many people finish it entirely. So
All it takes for a nigga to click when it's a play, essentially.
that's
So.
that works for me, bro. That's all that
So,
matters.
hey, audience, if you don't want to listen to us, just click on us. We'll
Yeah,
take it.
you can just click, just leave it on like for 10 seconds, and you just hop off. I don't give a fuck at that point.
Start with
But
a click, maybe stay for a listen.
I'm about to say, but we prefer you to stay for the whole listen because I think we are funny individuals and we'll be giving out some great content and some game. Sam, are you done eating your chip and dip so we can ask your question?
He got a lot of chip on his chip. He got a lot of dip on his chip.
He said the joke wrong. I knew he was going to that, and you was fucking up. I knew
leave me
you was
alone.
going to that. I was like, I
Leave
knew
me
you about to
alone.
set it up, bro. Bro, come on, ask you a question, dog.
I
This
got
nigga
it,
gotta
bro.
have fucking dinner, a snack.
That
juice.
nigga drinking a whole green tea. And then he be walking around talking about my chest hurt. Yeah, nigga. What do I?
My chest doesn't hurt.
Get some water, man.
You
I got
gotta
water right here.
Dog, can you ask the question?
Would you sacrifice your family to save the world or sacrifice the world to save your family? And it's based off of this I got from Instagram. I don't know if this is going. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey.
it's like Itachi and Eren and how both of their actions translated. You know, Itachi took out his whole entire family to save the village. And Eren
You should send that thing to Josh and Josh and put it on the big screen. But
Oh.
you don't be potted. You don't be potted for real.
No,
It's
at this
okay.
point, you could get going because that'll take a minute. So let's just keep it
Yeah,
up.
that's
But
right.
that's basically, you know what I'm saying.
Are we talking? Okay, so are we talking about the scenarios, or are we talking about just the question itself?
I'm about to say yes. The
Let's-
question scenarios are two very different things.
Yeah.
The
So-
question.
Okay.
The question I'm siding with, I would sacrifice my family to save the world. As crazy as that sounds, I would do it. Because it might sound sell out-ish. The only thing I think morally, just in my mind and my soul, I can't sacrifice. This is actually going to go into a little bit of our topic of the day for our review. See, I did that to set up, right? That's that hosting style. That's that host skills right there.
Potting.
Yeah, I'm potting, bro. That's that hosting skills. But that I can't sacrifice, like, let's say 3 or 4 people. No, I can't sacrifice millions of people for 3 or 4 people. I can't do that. I can't. Like, I can't do it. Like, the lives of a couple do not outweigh the lives of many, even if it's my family.
Well, I'll directly counter that and say that I would do the opposite.
I know
Sacrifice
you would.
everybody for my family because I'm a very loyal person. So I don't really I don't know. But yeah, we'll talk about the scenario later, but you know, everybody can go die if my family or people that I care about in general are in trouble.
Mo.
It's a tough one because I got a girl, so
Yeah, that's family, bro.
I can't imagine trying to explain to her. Yeah, I gotta let you go because gotta save the rest of the world. You know.
Hey, put your hand to the glass.
I mean, I feel like my initial thought would be to save the world, but in the moment, I don't know if I'd better make that decision. So
This is chat. This is going to get more explained as we get to our topic of the day. But Sam, do you have any final thoughts before we wrap up this question?
My answer is save the world. This is going to sound like a crazy ass hot take for what I'm about to say. But you can make a new family.
He not lying. He not lying. He not wrong.
I know that's a hot ass take.
I mean,
you got a girl, right? You got a girl.
Yes. And I love my girlfriend to death. But what I'm saying is,
he about like, hey, I'm about to replace you. I got plan B ready.
no. But we're talking about like how many people in the world now? Like 8 billion people
around there, 9
something
billion.
Like
yeah, something like that. It's the billion range.
Yeah, in the billions, all right. Versus like my family, and I get it. Yes, it's fucked up, but like to kind of say fuck the world is kind of outrageous because there's so many beautiful things in the world. I'm not saying my family's not beautiful or families are not beautiful, but like we talking about the world. That's like 1 versus 100. Like sacrifice the one for many, and that's where.
Now, if we're talking about the scenarios, actually, my answer is still the same with Aaron and Itachi, because Itachi is just a straight op. Because
he is a op. He is a op. We did an episode. Check it out. Itachi is a op. One of our older episodes.
He's an op, but the what's that clan called?
The Chiha.
The Chiha clan. They didn't do anything yet. Like there was going to be an uprising, but like I don't think that many people are going to die. If they would, then so be it.
Well,
it's a war.
But not that can't be that's not how you.
But to just slaughter them and silence them immediately, that's kind of crazy.
All right,
but then what Aaron is doing is not crazy.
Everybody hates him, bro.
But then
that'd
be like if you know.
Hold
what?
up. I got him. Hang
on. No. Let me talk real quick. If that would be like, you know what, that should happen. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna blow up the entire world except for your family.
I think that's sensible.
That's not sensible.
If they all hate you, then
who's to say they all hate him? That's the thing. Like you're like, God damn it! I wish y'all read the manga. So
I got a question for you because now we're gonna get into real life, bro. If you destroy the world, who are gonna be your engineers? Who gonna bring you food? Who gonna literally
farm?
Who's gonna do all that? Basic things that you need in everyday life? Because I guarantee your family, not all engineers, they not all
farmers,
all that shit. So y'all niggas gonna
nigga, I'm doing that shit, nigga. Me,
nigga, you not a farmer, bro. So
nigga, it's not hard. It's not hard to go.
Hard, bro.
I'm gonna
Hey,
say ask
hey,
Thorfinn.
I watch-
Ask Thorfinn.
I watched Villain Saga season 2. I'm good. Okay.
Guess what? It ain't gonna be no more anime. You wanna know why? Because all them niggas is dead.
Hey,
He
there's
got a
enough
point.
to catch. I'll just watch One Piece.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That'd be enough to hold me over till I die.
That's crazy. But the answer to the scenario part, I'm going Itachi because Aaron is legit mass genocide, like on a crazy ass skill. Like you say, oh, everybody hates him. How do you know that? Like maybe think everybody hates him because the people who rule over them makes them hate them.
Wait, so you saying that the Island Devils they don't hate the Island Devils? That they call them Island Devils?
I'm saying, yo, let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna say this. I totally think this whole plan with Aaron is wrong and fucked up and beyond evil in my eyes. Because the dude mass genocide on people who have nothing to fucking do with a situation is crazy. Like, not everybody like has something to do with your situation, bro. I can be out here chilling, minding my own business, and I gotta wake up and I see my house come down on top of me. How is that fair?
I am
like-
inclined to agree.
Versus,
also
hold
think
on.
that-
Versus the Uchiha clan, who, and I get it. I think what Itachi did was mad OD, and I think that is some sellout shit. And I wouldn't have gone as far as Itachi, but I would have killed my father. I would have killed the individual that was a part of the plot. Now, would I have killed the children? No, because I can't blame kids for their parents' sins. Would I have killed some of the women? Most of the women depends on if they had something to do with the plot. But I'm not killing everybody. Like
Hold
that shit
on.
is fucked up to me.
You would kill your dad just because somebody else.
I'm talking about the scenario only because the dad was the leader of the coup. Itachi dad was the leader of the coup. He was organizing that shit.
And the
Right.
thing is with the Uchiha, you had to get rid of all of them because they essentially kind of thrive off hatred,
That too, which is why Itachi did it,
or
but-
at least very strong emotions.
No.
At least.
I get that, but Itachi killed his dad because his stepdad said you should go do it. Like,
who you talking about?
Or
You
no,
talking about
or like-
Shisui? Like the
well, I guess
stepdad?
like mentor.
Oh, okay,
Um,
Shisui. Okay. But
like-
no, it's not. Itachi. What people forget is that because they did the Hitachi fucking arc so many different times and so many perspectives, which helped and hurt it, is that if you look at it through Fugaku eyes, Itachi's father, Fugaku was going to kidnap Naruto and activate the Nine Tails because Fugaku had the Mangekyo Sharingan, which could control the Tail Beast, and it was a lose no matter who came out of that situation of the coup. The village was going to be weakened, and that made other people look at the enemies of the village was going to come out and attack it because you're in a civil war now. You're weakened. You're in a weakened state. It was a lose-lose. So the only way to win was to neutralize this before this shit got popping off. You got to smother the fire before it turns into a fucking inferno. And that's what that coup would have done.
Yeah, and I can't be mad at Itachi wanting to save the village, though.
Me neither.
That's fair, but I don't.
Which
think you
was
kill-
the point I made in the Itachi in the op episode. So I just want to point that out.
I answered the question. Was he a sellout? And that's what he was a sellout. But I'm not wrong. I would have picked the same. I think I would have picked the same thing as well if put in that situation. As much as I don't know if I disagreed in that episode a lot either, but I probably did just to disagree with you. But I would have picked the same thing because, like, yo, the lives of few, even my own family, does not weigh the lives of innocent people that have nothing to do with the situation. Not everybody in the village hated the Uchiha clan. Like, they were just like, yo, y'all got some issues, but like, yo, I stay in my lane, you stay in your lane, we cool. It's like, it's different with Aaron. Aaron is like, yo, fuck it. Anybody that's allied with y'all niggas, I'm killing you. And most of us were taken over by them niggas.
You just described Itachi's situation.
It's
But with
not,
Aaron.
it's not the same.
No. Listen, the way that you described it, everybody that you're aligned with gets killed for saving the lives of. Granted, it's of the many. I'll give you that, but you still just killed everybody that's involved.
But I'm not killing innocent
The thing
people.
is, Aaron didn't do that though.
Exactly. Aaron's killing everybody, allies and innocent people that have nothing to do with the situation. Niggas that don't even know what niggas over in fucking whatever corner of the world are seeing fucking red monsters come up, bro. Pull up like, what the fuck are we supposed to do to that shit?
Aaron is also killing niggas who are potential on his side as well. So
I want you to remember that quote because when we do the ending, we talking about that.
Yeah. And I can sit down, but like, yeah, Aaron was like, yeah, just survive if you can, I guess.
That's not surviving. You're doing genocide.
But like I feel like Aaron also knew probably who would have survived because the whole like time travel don't shake your head. I'm just speaking like from the whole time travel aspect that he probably knew like his niggas would still be around. He was like fuck the the Jaegerists. He don't care about them niggas. He used them niggas for plot. Like he don't really care about them niggas for real.
He did.
But his
use them for
niggas,
plot.
like his day one niggas, my thought process is that he knew them niggas would be around.
And in terms of day one, you're talking about like Mikasa, Armin, Levi, all them.
Yeah. Which like we see are alive, at least right now, are alive right now. So that's all I will say. So I think he knew, but yeah, he was attacking everybody essentially because
dog. He
that shit happened.
There was a kid. I think it was like in that special episode movie, whatever that shit was called. That was like an hour long, and that was only one of. But
yeah,
and the kid that he talked to, like I want to say he was Indian.
Yeah.
Gypsy.
It's not Indian.
I'm not trying to be racist or anything. I just don't know what
it may be some kind of like Pakistani or like
Pakistani,
maybe Turkish.
Pakistani and Turkish sounds about right. But he helped that kid, and then now the kid is
two
now
different things. But yeah,
that kid is now squashed.
Yeah, could have just said Middle East, but go ahead.
I apologize. We're not trying to be racist or anything like that. Nothing that we say reflects us of who we are as human beings. Just a quick disclaimer. I know we late.
Nah, it reflect on you.
No, I'm not trying to be
nigga.
Nah,
nigga.
I don't know why you talking,
Mister.
I don't know why you talking, Mister. I pulled up to your house when you wasn't wearing a certain something. So,
all right, we're not doing this anyway.
Exactly. You think I forgot, nigga? I don't forget shit.
All right. Anyway, moving on.
But Trayvon, I get what you're trying to say, but like it's like you're destroying the whole entire world.
Okay.
Well, those people that you're destroying afterwards anyway.
Let's get to the next topic and see if y'all still agree.
So my I had like a quick thing I wanted to bring up. I had a quick thing I wanted to bring up. They like released like a new like image for like the Avatar.
Yeah, I saw that.
Adult form like characters or whatever.
They look fire.
Yeah, they do. I'm very, very interested to see how that. I think they're dropping a movie. So
it is gonna be like
very interested. I'm most interested to see how like Zuko is as like a weapon bender.
Did you say Zuko or that's Zuko with a Z? You said Zuko.
Is it Zuko? The weapon nigga. No, not the fire nigga.
Who are you talking about then?
I'm talking about the brother.
That's Sokka.
Right, confused?
Sokka,
yeah, sorry. Sokka. I forgot. I haven't seen Avatar in a very long time.
What the fuck is Zuko, nigga?
I couldn't correct you because I forgot.
I put Zuko and Sokka together, my bad. But Sokka, I'm really interested to see how he developed cause he was essentially like a weapon bender. Like he could use weapons. So I think I'm most interested to see what he does in his adult form. Everybody else I can expect to just do like their shit,
Well, what if Sokka come out and start boxing niggas like on some martial arts?
That's what I'm saying. Like that nigga can pull out anything. That nigga like, yeah, sword, Beyblade.
That boomerang.
Oh, the boomerang. He gonna start fucking niggas.
I think he might actually really like be a problem. So I'm really interested to see.
I'm gonna let Trayvon go before I say it, but did you have anything in your thought real quick, Trayvon?
I liked everyone's designs in Legend of Korra except Aang. I think Aang looks stupid with like a long head, but that's just me.
He's such a dick.
I don't know.
I can't with Trayvon.
Go ahead.
No, I can't. I really can't with this nigga Trayvon, dog. But
he's stupid.
He is stupid. But I liked everybody designs. Everybody look dope. I'm curious of who's gonna be like, what's the story is, because I heard mixed things about. Like I know that from what I've been reading that they're going to try and expand the universe of Avatar, which I think it will be actually pretty cool because they have a bunch of untold stories that you could actually tell from the previous Avatar lines. I think one of them will be like about a Kyoshi, who I think is like the hardcore Avatar. Like Kyoshi didn't play no games, bro. If you remember the show, they said they were going to do spinoffs based off the graphic novels of like finding Zuko's mother and things of that nature. So I am curious, like where this adult Team Avatar story will go. Again, there's a lot of untapped potential. Like they have a reservoir of water in this Avatar universe that they can touch and possibly build up to possibly if they wanted to do a third Avatar. Not that if I'm not knocking on the door waiting and kicking to see it. I'll rather just see where they go. But I'd rather see what they do with this expanding universe.
Did you say a
Yeah.
reservoir of water?
I know what I said. I said that wrong.
Okay,
That
my
nigga cannot speak.
I'm sorry. As soon as you said it, I was
see,
like, this is...
see, if I say something to Sam, I'm the bad guy now.
I understand the intention, Josh. So don't worry.
Yeah, I get it.
Thank you.
I had to point that out. Like that was...
I know. I said I tried.
Yeah,
I tried to do. I don't know. I was trying to say a waterfall fountain. I was trying to think of something that just came out with reservoir water. I was like,
Use
I
your
get
words,
you.
King. Use your words.
put on your girlfriend's t-shirt, bro.
All
Okay.
right, bro.
All right, let's move on.
I'm not chopped liver. That's all I gotta say.
Chopped liver.
But yeah, to go
Yeah,
to
see, again, if I say something, I'm the bad guy. So I got my gun. I got the gun right beside me, ready. Yo.
Okay.
Wow.
let's enough with the inside freaking jokes. But
the metaphysical gun, like
oh yeah, in
Yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah.
In Minecraft.
In GTA.
Yeah, in GTA.
Yo, I ain't played GTA in a minute.
You was just playing yesterday. But go ahead. What was we talking about?
We were talking about Avatar, nigga.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. What's it called? Last of Us now.
Okay, yes, we have finally a review. Last of Us. I hope you all haven't been living under a rock, which I know you haven't, because Last of Us has been the hottest TV show out. And finally, the member of the team, Mo, has finally watched it. It took a long time, but we got here.
Hey. I tell you, I'm gonna get things done. It's just, might not be right away. That's all.
He was the last of us to watch it.
That's crazy.
That's corny.
I hate that nigga.
That was corny.
I hate that nigga.
No, I'm hating. That's corny, bro. Because I'm mad. I ain't thinking it.
I ain't gonna lie. I was watching the game, but I'm gonna stop it so I can actually participate in this topic. So,
Dog, come on, bro.
I watched the game for like 3 minutes.
Dog,
I watched the game for like 3 minutes.
The Nuggets are getting blown out. I mean, no, the Suns are getting blown out right now.
Yeah.
You're watching the game too? What are we doing?
I got I'm on my television, dog. I have a monitor. Like I can't do both.
Yeah, I was on my phone, so I had the phone right here.
Oh, that's what the phone. Okay,
Y'all
whatever.
Ain't shit.
Whatever. Let's
Mister, I want to eat chips and dip and green tea while we're trying to have a topic, a discussion.
All right. Last of Us. Do we want to? I don't know if we really want to do episode by episode, but if we just want to talk about like any themes or
likes, dislikes in the final episode, and that's it. Because that's all we're about talking about the final episode.
That's fine. I don't know if I dislike much, but I think one of the likes I definitely have is that I can appreciate how like in a show like this is good when it does it really well, but how it gets into like the politics of the world. It's similar to Attack on Titan. Granted, a part of me was kind of like hoping to see more of the what do they call it? The clickers or whatever they're called.
That was a big thing about everybody when they watched it. Like they wasn't enough. Sorry to cut you off, but there wasn't enough. It wasn't enough affected, which they said they'll do in season 2. It'll be more affected.
So you want like The Walking Dead? Like,
I mean, I don't know. The Walking Dead had a lot of zombies. It was like zombies in every episode of The Walking Dead. So
I guess.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Mo. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that was like just like one of the things where I would have loved to see a little bit more of it. Personally, that's just me. But I do appreciate like the world, not even like world building, but just like the world like opening of like showing us how the world is, how sometimes people can be the true monsters.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So I think that's definitely one of the things I like, and I'll let y'all add to it. I don't want to.
Sorry, Mo, to also talk about what you just said about there being more infected. And I know Josh and I were having this conversation. It also might have been like a budget thing. It's because like all
might have been
the makeup and the choreography,
and the CGI, and I'm not going 100% say it was a budget thing, because this is, let's call it what this is, HBO. They wanted this to be a big thing, and they got the bread, bro. Come on, HBO can make it.
I was about to say HBO made Game of Thrones, so I think
exactly. House of Dragons, like that shit is big budget right there.
Yeah, but I mean, think about even how in Game of Thrones, from what I heard, is that like the dragon scenes take a long time to do.
Yeah.
So but like, I'm not budget and time and everything too.
I'm not saying Sam is wrong in that nature. It could, like, I thought it was gonna be some CGI shit too. It wasn't as much. It wasn't CGI as much as I thought it would be. So like they were actual people being the infected. The bloater was an actual character that got into a makeup suit. Same thing with the clickers and all that. So it could be like mix of we're gonna make a lot of budget into the makeup, but the big thing about the fans is, especially those that play the game, such as myself and Trayvon, who watched the game, is that we wanted to see more infected. Like the thing about what people remember and liked about The Walking Dead was that this is a post-apocalyptic world with a bunch of zombies still roaming around that could come out at every second or every minute, versus what we saw in The Last of Us, which was we didn't see enough of the infected. It was kind of like the beginning episode, which was fire. The episode with Ellie, Joel, Joel and Tess. We'll get into them a little bit later. The episode with Sam, his older brother, Joel, Tess, and the whole bloater shit. Yeah, it wasn't like a whole lot of infected in this episode.
Well, the last
in the show
time was when they showed Ellie's origin.
Yeah, that too. It wasn't a whole lot infected like people were clamoring for.
Well,
yeah, I think. Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just straight up disagree with that whole take. I think that take is bad. No, because the point, it's not even a hot take, because the point of Last of Us is the building relationship between Joel and Ellie.
You're right.
So
but we also know that this world is I'm sorry to cut you off. It is post-apocalyptic with a bunch of infected things running around. So it's like which is another big issue. See, I'm the gamer, so I played the game. So, and I'm gonna have I love the show. Look at me, I love the show. I think it was an 8 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10. There were some things that I have issues with that I think need to be addressed in season 2, which was the infected. Like the infected all around. Like it felt like they just kind of breezed through this journey kind of easily versus the game. Now again, game, movie, two different things. I mean, game, TV show, two different things. So it's kind of like, but it's like, bro, this feels too easy.
It's 15 years later. So how many affected do you expect to see that didn't get killed already?
A bunch. We saw a bunch under that one episode with the bloater. It was like hundreds, if not tens of hundreds of infected.
Yeah, they were all like underground and stuff. They were conjugated like together. So like, of course, they were driven underground. So it's not even like
I think
they were killed.
You seem more like how it is in real life. Like real life people would just drove them underground.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I had like I kind of had like some questions, but like, so how did they like originally become
infected?
It was like a wheat farm. But like, where did it start?
No, it was
Go ahead, Josh.
It was in the game it's a fungus that just spreads around and shit like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They're both a fungus, Josh.
No, well, it's a fungus, but it's how they did it in the show is different. It was like sugar. So
I thought it was from a crop and it got into crops in South America and it spread.
I think it's sugar, wasn't it?
No, well, it was fungus. No, it was still fungus.
But it got into crops in South America. And then in the show, they just said it got into like the flour.
It wasn't South. I don't think it was South America.
No, I'm glad you. Yeah, I'm glad
it wasn't South America. It was like
in the game. In the game, it was South America. In the show, they don't mention it. Basically,
no.
They thought it was in the show. They said it was like some place in middle like Asia or somewhere like that.
Remember the doctor?
That's it was like that was like the second episode, which was a fire ass intro to the second episode.
Yeah, but then Joel said, what they think is what happened is like everyone went to like the markets and got
yes, okay. In the show, the mutated cordyceps spread rapidly to humans through an infected food supply. It's true that we can acquire infections through that we eat. That's some real life shit. But it basically said it got through the food supply, like flour and all that.
Yeah, but in the show, I don't think they said South America.
It's not South America.
It's not South America.
It was like Istanbul or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that lady was not in South America. That wasn't.
It might have been Malaysia.
That was like the Philippines or Malaysia or something like that.
It was like an Asian. It was like Asia. It was somewhere over in Asia. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But that's how it spread it, and the way they did the infection was a lot different from the game. Which actually, a lot of people when they first announced it, a lot of people were very hesitant now. But when you see it, it's like, oh, now that shit is terrifying. because you got the tendrils popping out of the mouth like some Blade 2 vampire shit. That shit is scary as fuck, bro. Like in the game, they would just bite you and you would just be infected. Nah, now you got like tendrils that can just latch onto your skin. That shit is crazy. And also changed up. It also made the world feel a little bit more dangerous in terms of how the infection spread. So they couldn't eat certain food. So you notice like they couldn't eat like certain food. Like they had to eat a lot of beef jerky and shit like that. Like there were certain foods that we can't eat.
Oh shit, I haven't peeped that.
Like we can't have certain food that have flour in it. So it's
Pancakes. Remember
cakes,
when,
another one.
Yeah. Remember when what's her name? Sarah was about to cook Joel pancakes?
Yeah. He didn't eat them.
That's
He would have got infected if he did. So anything like with flour, so it's like your entire half your food supply, which is created on flour, just got decimated.
Wait, did she eat the pancakes?
No,
they didn't make pancakes.
Oh yeah.
they both did, and it even if she did eat them, it wouldn't have been at her anyway.
No, Joel never got him in the first place.
No, what
He
I'm
was
saying
working
is,
a lot.
if Sarah, Trayvon, listen to what I'm saying. If Sarah ate the pancakes, it wouldn't have mattered.
All right, also, yeah, there are going to be spoilers this episode. So
Yes,
let's
there are
just put that in there.
spoilers.
Why wouldn't it matter?
Bro, she got shot. What the fuck? Come
Yeah,
on,
but she would
Trayvon.
have already been infected before then.
Dog, she would have got.
She would
She
have been
died.
infected before then. Because remember,
Well,
the grandma
you're
was
not-
already
I-
infected.
This year, it's not a conversation. It's supposed to be a joke, a dark joke that she wouldn't have made it either
I
way.
got
She
the joke. But the
died.
timeline didn't matter.
I
Oh
didn't.
my god!
It didn't land. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know,
Josh,
because you took it too
Josh,
seriously.
Ah! Forgot
Something
that.
like
I
that.
understood. I understood, Josh. I understood.
Y'all
I
can suck
didn't-
my dick.
I didn't get it. I'm not gonna lie. But my last was dying. But keep talking.
All right, God. Plug up your laptop to your charger, bro.
Oh.
Exactly. Okay.
What was your other? So your question was about where it started and everything.
Yeah. So that was just the first one. But like, so was it only spreading just one through the food supply, and then two just from like bites, essentially? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once it got
Okay.
into the food supply, it got really bad. So, but once
Mm-hmm.
once you got infected, like in that second episode where that woman asked, like, yo, how many people have been bit or some shit like that? The dude, that soldier general said, like, yo, we missing like 14 people. She was like, yo, you gotta start bombing everything now. Just start bombing shit because that shit starts to spread. Like now, so like you already, so the moment you eat it, you're already infected. But
Yeah.
now you gotta worry about who is and who's not infected. So it's just like it was already like the decimation of humanity, like falling. Like it was just like humanity had no chance, basically.
Gotcha. Understood. But yeah, shit like that. I ain't gonna lie, kind of do freak me out because I'm like, yo, that shit could happen.
No, it high key could.
I'm like I don't think it ever will, but I'm like, it could.
Well,
There's
the
always
one
a
thing,
thought. I'm like, it could.
the one thing that they did mention in the beginning of the show is like, because like cordyceps is like a real fungus in real life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how that, like, because right now it only really infects like ants and like small bugs, but like it doesn't survive in like humans because our body temperature is a little too high for it.
Mhm.
But like the real thing is like that they really did mention is with global warming, like if the fungus did mutate and could survive in that, like that's an actual real thing.
Yeah.
Because like global warming is going on and everything. So like that is a way it could happen. And like I was watching a video of how like with ants, like because it does happen to ants. And like when ants realize that like one of their members is infected, and like let's say they're like, they all live on a tree,
Yeah.
whatever, they literally push that nigga off the tree and let the nigga die on the jungle floor. Because like they're like, we're not risking the colony.
By
Like
any
they'll
means.
leave them and just let them die. Like let them be infected and just like die naturally.
Hold up. First off, I know Mo watching the game because I can tell by his eyes, like, yo, this nigga ain't shit. I can legit
No,
tell by your
I'm
eyes.
no, I'm not watching the game. I'm not watching the game. You talking about the basketball game?
Yeah.
No, I'm not watching it. My phone's
no.
over here. No,
Oh,
I'm I'm high key terrified. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that shit is
That shit is
terrifying,
mad terrifying.
If you like, that opening was kind of like one of the coldest, most frightening openings to
Oh,
a
yeah.
show I've ever seen. Because that nigga was
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
that nigga was like dead ass serious. Like, all right, welcome back, Trey. That nigga was like dead ass serious. Like, they was all clowning him and roasting him. They was like, all right, hold up, bro. Let me give you a scenario, bro. Let's say the global warming hits, body temperature drops. this shit hits us, we're dead.
Body temperature not dropping. It's the world is
Oh
getting
no,
hotter.
yeah,
The
your
world's
war
getting hotter, and the
yeah,
fungus has to adapt
yes.
to survive.
So
Yeah.
wouldn't that mean the body temperature have to rises as well? Correct.
No, our
No.
body temperature
Our
stays
body
still.
our
Okay,
body
okay.
temperature stays the same. The world gets hotter, so the fungus,
Yeah,
which
the
is like
fungus
essentially a
spreads.
plant, will try to mutate or at least through evolution increase its resistance.
I will
body
say this:
temperature
it
heat
makes
or
you look
whatever.
at global warming like in a very serious matter because that
Yeah,
fungus is like mad real. Like these funguses
And
can actually
that's
do a lot of damage.
that's what Sam was saying. Sam was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Well, also the other part of it is too, like, it would be also hard in humans too, because like our immune system is like really strong. So like it wouldn't just like, like hit us like that. Like it would have to be able to beat our own, even our immune system on top of that.
But that's the point. Like that's what happened. I think it goes back to the temperature shit. Like it
Well,
affects
but
it.
not even just like once it gets, even if it got past the temperature,
Yeah.
starts to get past our immune system. Like think about COVID, how it had to jump from an animal to a different animal. Like certain viruses can't just jump because like, oh, like it's we're the same mammals or whatever. Like you start to get past our own immune system as well.
The only
So,
difference
like,
is like this one doesn't affect animals as far as I've seen.
yeah, but it's the same.
that was the one thing I was also a little like confused about, but I don't know if animals have higher body temperatures than us.
Some
So I
do.
wasn't sure.
Some do.
Some do for sure, but like I know like there are cold-blooded animals as well. So I'm like, are cold-blooded animals infected?
As far as the game lore goes, they never came across an affected animal, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like I say, and usually like from what I've seen too, that none of the infected go after animals. Like they just kind of lead them be.
And that's like my one thing where I'm like,
hold up, Trayvon, if you have a situation like a memory, please let me know because it's been a minute since I played the games. So
I don't remember, but yeah, I can't say.
yeah, that was my one thing because I'm like, I feel like honestly, in my opinion, I feel like the fungus will like at least jump from like not just go straight to humans who are like the apex predator. Not even saying our body temperature is the highest, but I think we definitely have the most complicated bodies. Like I would assume it would happen to some animals first. But that's just my thought process. It is what it is. Like it's not that deep. I'm not gonna like pick and like
it's
pry open that detail.
No, it's weird because the same thing happened in The Walking Dead, where it's like animals couldn't get affected by the zombies, but they let's say like one of the characters in The Walking Dead had a lion for a pet, and like the lion would eat the zombie and be unaffected no matter what. But like say if the lion was bitten by that zombie and you eat the lion meat, you'll be infected.
Oh, so the lion just wouldn't be infected in general.
Yeah, unless you eat the lion that was bitten by the zombie.
Yeah, but the lion itself wouldn't be.
Yeah, the lion itself wouldn't be infected.
Also, audience, we are 2 engineers, a communications major, and an accountant. So
A radio producer.
Yeah, we'll let you,
Okay, so I'm looking.
we'll
at
let you figure out who's the engineer.
So I'm looking at this now. So yes, some mammals have different body temperatures. It was saying like it's this freaking koalas. Their body temperature is 45 degrees Celsius, which is 113 degrees. But then like echidnas, apparently they run.
While we have it, all right, hold up.
They run around 89 degrees Fahrenheit.
okay.
I love that you did the research into it, but I was like, all right, we're starting to veer off beyond.
I appreciate it because you know what would scare me the most?
Yeah, you got a lot of animals, bro. You got a lot of animals.
Not infected humans, but infected other animals. And like can you imagine if it was like lions out here that were infected who are already fast, strong, and
Shit,
dangerous.
That lion will hop on top of a building when you try to think you safe.
That's what I'm saying. Like humans aren't, like we are fast. We are not the fastest. We are not the strongest. The only thing we have is
not the most
the
durable.
only thing we have is our smarts. We have smart and opposable thumbs. That's all we have.
Barely got the smart, bro.
Brother, they gonna dodge these bullets, or what are we saying?
Imagine an infected grizzly bear coming after you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta get big. You gotta start to get big, bro. That's what
Yeah,
they say do.
He coming like John Morant. He coming like John Morant.
Okay.
I'm gonna send King James after him.
Also, we smoking on that grizzly pat, nigga. Woo! What the nigga say? Drop 40 on me?
Nah, hold up.
How they
It's a-
lose?
it's
How
a
much they
par-
lose by? 40 points?
Hold up. It's a parade in Cancun, nigga. They said Dylan Brooks already in Cancun, bro. It's a parade over there. I'm telling you.
Hey, drop.
Bro.
They said, yo, go
I'm
get
not
it.
even a Laker fan. I want them niggas to lose. I never prayed for a team downfall before in my life, but like the Memphis Grizzlies. I hate them niggas.
They did that to themselves.
I thought the West ran through the Grizzlies. Is
Hey,
that
bro,
They
John
thought,
Morant.
they thought that too.
Yeah, John Morant said we don't got to worry about nobody.
Trayvon, that was the issue. They thought the same thing.
okay? All right, my fault. You're right.
LeBron actually just posted something on his Instagram or
Yeah.
Twitter. that
He
was
posted.
kinda like-
He posted some lyrics.
Yeah, and he also said, if I'm in a fight with the Grizzly Bear, help the bear. And I was like, oh, he talking shit. Lakers might go win the finals now. This is LeBron we gotta deal with, bro. That shit talking LeBron. LeBron don't talk shit on playoff time, bro. On Twitter, nah, this is a different LeBron James.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. Lakers could win it, but I think their hardest matchup is gonna be the second round.
The Warriors. If the
I
Warriors
think
get by.
that's going to be the hardest matchup. Not saying that they're the best team. I think that those two teams, Warriors and Kings, are teams that run a lot, shoot a lot, and are fast paced.
I'm like, they will have LeBron.
And those
gassing.
are the three things where like you get them niggas like the Lakers running. The Lakers don't got a lot for that. Like LeBron can do so much. AD is AD.
We gotta pray. You gotta pray D'Lo shows up.
So I'm like, I don't know. The Lakers.
Trayvon, don't worry. We're done with the sports talk. We're gonna move back to The Last of Us.
Wait, talking, Sean. This is sports Afro anime podcast. Come on now.
This is off the
I'm not
rails.
gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's NBA playoff season, so basketball is going to get talked about. I don't care about anything else.
That's a fact. But anyway, back to
basketball will be conversed.
Back to The Last of Us.
I'm glad Josh knows me so well.
I'm a host. I got my job is to read the panel, bro. Like I gotta know when it's ready to switch gears. But like I'm like Ernie Johnson up here, bro. But point is, I
got two balls.
That's Sam is Charles Barkley. Sam is Chuck. Sam is Chuck Charles Barkley. Sam would say some wild shit. It would be up to me to steer the shit before Mo and Trayvon take a show and veer off.
Hey yo, Chuck. What you say? What'd you say, Chuck?
Yo, Kenny bought me a vibrator. That might be the funniest shit he ever said. Like Kenny bought me a vibrator, and he said that shit with such enthusiasm. And he was like, "No." But point is, back to what were we talking about last time? The infected? Yeah.
We're talking about just the cordyceps virus and how that shit's kind of scary.
All right, yeah, that's mad terrifying. So we gotta really be on the lookout.
Yeah. Mo, what was your other questions besides that?
Start hitting the gym too, bro, because you gotta be able to outrun these niggas and throw these niggas off you.
You're not outrunning the clicker.
I am damn sure not outrun the clicker, bro.
I don't really have too many questions. I don't think I have anything else other than that. I think everything else really makes sense about the lore and the story of like the fungus and like the infected and all that stuff. So one question though, so there's infected, there's clickers, and then it's like the armored niggas, like the juggernaut niggas. Is that what that is?
Bloaters, yeah.
Once you become infected, then you become
you're like affected
runner.
is like a runner. It's called a runner. Then they have, because again, the show didn't show all the infected formation. So you got runner, then you got clicker, then you got like a stalker.
You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. Yeah, I don't want to be spoiled.
The big one is the bloater. Then they got another big one in Last of Us Part 2, which we'll probably see, which is gonna be crazy. And they said the show said we're going to introduce new infected, but I think it's the two infected swarms that we haven't already seen. Makes sense, yeah. We're okay. Let me take control of the reins now. Since I played the game, let's go to last episode. Let's go to episode 3, I think it was, Bill's Town, which was been regarded as the greatest television episode of all time. Mo, what are your thoughts on it? Because again, you didn't play the game, so
as a nigga who has not played the game, I will say that when I watched it and I was just like thinking of it as it was happening, I ain't gonna lie, I almost cried. Like I don't really cry when I watch shows, but I almost cried, nigga.
What was episode 3?
Episode 3 was Bill's Town.
Sam, you know what episode it is.
I'm pretty sure you know what episode 3 it was, Sam.
I forgot. Okay. The Bill and Frank. Okay.
Yeah. But as the episode was happening, the ending started happening, I ain't gonna lie, man, I almost shed a tear. That shit was powerful though. I ain't gonna lie, it's really good.
Go ahead, Trayvon.
That was probably the second best episode Best episode had obviously probably be the last episode. Maybe.
Really?
I think the last episode was actually the second best to me because I got
but-
Bill's Town
I
third.
think I'm not gonna lie. I think
I-
my favorite episode might be the
Sam one.
the
one
one
with
no
the brothers.
yeah, the two black boys. Yeah,
Yeah, that the two brothers
Henry
are
and
like my
Sam.
favorite.
That
Yeah,
shit
Henry
was
Sam.
crazy.
That's my favorite episode of the entire show, only because I knew what to expect,
Yeah.
but I still wasn't prepared for it, bro. Like it's crazy. Like you
I mean,
know
I
it's
knew-
coming, but like you just can't be prepared for
Yeah.
yourself for it.
I knew them niggas wasn't gonna make it, but I just didn't know how they weren't gonna make it. And then they teased us. They said, "Yo, man, freedom right over there.
Yeah,
They just gotta get through the morning, right?" So yeah, there's just sleep.
yeah. It
Yes,
was a very tough episode, that one. But the
My
Bill
other
sound.
favorite, my other
Okay.
favorite episode was episode 8, where Ellie went crazy towards the end, and then Joel came and saved her.
Oh, that was the deacon. We'll get to that a little bit too.
The
Yeah,
priest
the
nigga.
priest. Yeah, priest.
That nigga said you and I are like the same, man. You know what? Let me take you in, man. Be with me.
I had to-
What you mean?
I had to
What do you
rewatch
mean by
that.
that?
I had to rewatch that episode and rewatch that scene in the game because I thought like, all right, that really go down? Did he really want to fuck her and all that? And I was like, oh damn, he really did want to fuck her.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what that shit was about because again, been a while since I
Man.
played the game, but I was like, oh damn, yo, that nigga was awesome, wow shit.
That nigga was trying to put the keys. He was trying to put the keys in the ignition. Hop in fresh out the kitchen,
See,
mama.
No, Mo.
All right, that nigga was on some crazy shit. All right. So first of all, the
It's
fact that
bad
he
to
was
start singing R. Kelly.
the
That's
fact that
crazy.
it was eating people, and I was like, and I don't know if it was just my mindset at the time, but I was not really putting it together.
Yeah,
And Carmen mentioned it first, and I was like,
they kind of
what you
hit it.
mean?
They hit it very
because
well.
because the pastor was like, we're burying him in the spring when the ground's warmer, and I was like, that's weird, but I was like, okay, I guess. But Carmen was like, oh yeah, they eating people. I said, no, they're not cannibals. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, they fucking
It's
are.
like
Because they zoomed in on the meats. When the meat was coming out, they
Yeah.
zoomed in on the motherfucker. And I said,
that's what I
is
like.
that venison?
That ain't deer meat, bro.
Is that venison or is that Henry? So no. So I don't know who that is.
Well, and then you didn't see when Ellie figured it out when she saw the pinky?
ear.
Oh, it was the ear. Sorry.
It was a piece
Oh,
of
yeah,
it was
yeah.
the ear.
I saw that, but I knew by then. But like before that, though, like in the beginning, Carmen like brought it up, and I was like, cannibals. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, the fact that she just like instantly went there, and my head wasn't even going to cannibalism at that point. I was like, that's fucking insane.
Either she's
So
very good. At picking
shout
up
out
on-
my girl.
Yeah, either she's very good on picking up on
Or
details.
she's watched post-apocalyptic shows before. Like they always do cannibalism.
Yeah.
Every post.
I think
end of the world
it could
scenario.
be. I think it could be both. But she, I mean, when she paying attention, she paid attention.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh yeah, she was doing it. I was like, fuck.
But
I didn't like the beginning of the episodes.
here he
eating
go with
people?
here he go with the 100 shit. Here we go.
Yeah, the 100. They had to become cannibals. They had to.
Well,
Us
you can
minding
say
our
you can make
business.
you can make the same argument in the show, in any show
Yeah,
with
they had to.
cannibalism. Like you gotta become a cannibal at some point. Would I do it? No, because I'm not gonna eat another nigga. I'm sorry. I'm not just morally. I'm
What if
not going to
what
do
if
it.
what if I taste good?
I'm not going
Can
to
we?
do it.
Can
I'm
What
we
do you mean
not-
by that?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I probably taste.
all right,
If I
see,
taste.
see, all right,
if I
all right,
taste sweet.
Trayvon, help me. You gotta be my Kenny, bro. Help me steer the shit. You gotta be my jet here. I need help steering the shit, bro. I'm trying to get back to the show. I'm trying to get back to the
I ain't gonna
show.
lie. I had a lot of Swedish fish today, so I know I'll probably taste
Oh,
like
okay,
All right,
okay.
no,
Let's talk about the show. Like Bill's Town for me as the gamer, I said it was my third best episode for the show, only because as the gamer side of me, I had to watch it twice. I had to watch it as the gamer, and I said this in the Twitter space too. I had to watch it as the gamer. I had to watch it as the dude who just likes great television. And as the gamer, I hated it because there was a lot of stuff that, in terms of not because of the gay relationship, let me make that clear. I knew Bill and Frank was gay. I knew they was gay in the comic. I mean, not in the comics, in the game. I did not give a fuck. It was mainly because that Bill's Town in the game is where we first saw the bloater in action. Bill's Town was where we saw Ellie and Bill interact. They had a dynamic there that was really never really explored. But I also like what the show did, and this is what the TV side of me like comes out, is that I like how they did more story on Frank. Outside of, we didn't really know who Frank was, outside of being Bill's lover, quote unquote partner.
That killed himself.
Yes, exact. Thank you too on that part, Trayvon. So I like that they showed that dynamic in the show of how Bill became, in a way, Bill was already, we could tell even in the game, Bill was like, seemed like he was a nigga that was prepped. He was ready for the doomsday event. And that nigga came out, he was prepped. That nigga started grabbing the electricity, the plumbing. Like that nigga was ready to wine bottle. He was like, I'm ready for the end of the world. He meets Frank,
Yep.
falls in love and all that.
What happened? So what happened to the bloater in the game?
You just kill it.
You kill it? Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. Like the in the game, they have to go get like a car battery to like get the car started. Where in the show Frank left it for them, which is kind of like some BS shit right there. I was like, all right, come on, bro. Like this is why people are complaining. That's why I say it's people feel like this shit is too easy. The nigga just leaves me a car battery in a fucking fridge, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sorry.
wasn't Bill still alive in the game?
Yeah, Bill was alive in the game. So but again, in terms of where Mo's coming from, this beautiful love story, I can't deny it because that's what it was. That's what it was. It was a beautiful love story that even in the end of the world, in the most darkest of times, it showed that love can still prosper and flourish. You saw with Bill and Frank, they had the flower garden and all that, and you saw it when Frank got cancer, and Bill was like, "I'm going to go too. I'm not going to live without you," type shit.
So I have another question then,
Go
since
ahead.
we're kind of talking. So are the infected, are they like attracted to like a large population of people, or is it just
Yes.
noise?
So the clickers are attracted to noise. So the infected fucked them up so badly that it covered their eyes, but made their hearing mad, like Daredevil-ish. So like you can't barely breathe without them niggas coming after you. In terms of the infected, they wander around, but they are attracted to like large populations. So
Like large cities.
in
That's
large
what they
cities,
are.
exactly.
But
Also, it
like,
makes
they
sense.
can sense. Can they sense like large human populations?
The way that they describe, what are you talking
And
about, the game or in the show?
yeah, because I'm about to ask that
Give
too.
me both. I don't care. Give me both.
In the
I'm
show,
not gonna play the game. So
yeah, no, in the show, because I don't remember the game that much. In the show, they described it as they all have a hive mind. Like, remember when they touched that one thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of all shift to move towards that thing. So that's kind of how they move and shift around and spread inherently. So, and then you also saw when they moved, when they was on top of the museum, I believe, and they moved to the light, like gradually as the light was coming down, like on them, when they all, I don't, you probably don't remember, but like when they was like a shade of light coming to pass, like they all moved towards the light.
Are you talking about the
Oh,
part?
I remember what you're
Are
talking
you talking
about.
about the part where like when they about to meet the clicker for the first time?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, this is when like you saw like they were standing and they saw the infected that was covered and they said they used to be more inside the building and now they're out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking. Okay, yeah, this is on the way to meet the clicker. Like this is
Yeah,
where
yeah,
they
yeah.
had that large group of infected just lying down on the ground, just resting. So yeah, in the game, they're not a hive mind. They just kind of wander around looking for large cities because that's where I guess that's where they believe people will still reside.
Yeah.
Moving
It's also
on.
where more people
Are
are
they
anyway.
so are they like do they think individually in the game? Like, do they think?
Yes, individually in the game, yes, they don't have a hive mind, so they do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Versus
So-
in the show where again one of those interesting changes that they made was like, oh, okay, hive mind, so you gotta really be careful who you take out because if I take out one, that's gonna alert everybody else. So it's like you do your best to avoid them as much as you possibly can because you don't want them. Like the moment I think it was the scene where Tess died. I think that was like episode.
It was like right before she died.
Yeah, right before she died, I think they killed one of them.
Yeah, I know.
And it alerted every single one of them, and they all started swarming that building.
I don't
Not
so I don't think that one was killed. I think the fungus like strand
Oh yeah,
started like
okay,
reaching
you're
out,
right.
and I
Yeah,
think they stepped on it by accident.
yeah.
No,
So-
no, when they killed it, you saw the thing come from his finger and it went into the ground and they let the horde know that was a mile away.
Yeah.
Okay. But either way, like it was an interesting change and it fucking worked. So it's like it makes it much harder to move around in that world. Moving on, let's get to it.
Yes, sir, I got a quick question. I got a quick
All right,
question
go ahead,
about
Sam.
that. So, like in the game, will infected attack infected?
No, they won't attack each other.
So, like
Yeah.
if a clicker
Which-
heard a runner just walking around, they wouldn't attack it.
No, as far as the game showed, no, it can't happen. I guess because it's still the fungus shit that's still they never really explained that part, but I assume it's still the fungus shit that they're still connected in that matter. So they kind of know who's infected, who's not infected.
Yeah, that's where you kind of run into like game mechanics because that would be kind
Yeah.
of hard to like functionally like do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then also wasn't it? It was two other things like when infected, what was I gonna say, if they know each other is around, because like so in the game, do they travel in hordes sometimes, or they like all together?
Like in Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Not exactly. You could find like a pack of them maybe, but as in a large horde is kind of, again, game mechanics. I don't. It could happen, couldn't happen, but they're not like the type to like in Walking Dead. They're not like one giant horde. They're not going to do that
yeah,
Okay.
like if they're all
unless it's like they're buried underground type shit.
yeah.
okay. And the other thing was I did hear about this from the difference between the game and the show was that like in the game it was like if you walked in like a building sometimes because the fungus was just in the air, you had to wear a mask.
Yeah.
In the show they kind of removed that and made it like the vines and stuff that spread through miles and
Yeah. Well,
like
the
that.
vines is still in the game, shit like that too. But what you're talking about was the spores, is how that shit got
Yeah.
started in the infection.
Yeah.
But nah, that also again made the game a lot harder to maneuver. So they had to carry gas masks all the time. And Ellie being the infected one, she would kind of like she would wear it like for image purposes, like for what's the word I want to use?
So
Optics,
that they
for
yeah
optics.
so they didn't know that
She was
was immune.
infected.
Yeah.
But in general, in terms of the show, no, like you would have to. The only way to get infected was you have to either eat the shit that shit is infected in or get bitten.
Yeah.
I want to move on to actually around that second arc. In where are they at? Kansas City?
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mhm.
So because I'm not really too sure, but like if the infected just aren't active long enough, can they just die off?
No, that's how the clickers are formed. That they just continue to evolve.
I believe that's inconclusive. Actually, I think that
It
Joel
might be
said that.
inconclusive.
Like, I think for the
it-
most part you're right, but I think he said sometimes they die or they may die. Like I guess.
Well, actually, in the show they may die, but other times the game never really said it. Maybe it did say, and I just forgot. But sometimes they'll evolve into the clickers, into the bloaters.
But don't they
Yeah.
need some source of like food or something to do that for that long? Like they don't have no source. Like they're just
Nah,
gonna die.
the fungus just keeps on evolving. Like if you had it for so long, like that's like remember that shit. Like that shit happened. What was it like? Maybe like a 6-year, 7-year time skip. Maybe even a decade.
It happened in 2003, and I think it was a 20-year time skip.
Yeah. 20. Yeah, you're right. 2000.
because
It was
Ellie had to grow up.
2013, and the show came out 2023. So yeah, and they timelined it 2023 as they lived in it. So okay, that's a 20-year time. That's a 20-year time skip. So say if you got affected back in 2013 and you didn't die from the infection, 20 years later you might be a fucking clicker or a bloater, depending on how that shit go.
All right, last question, and then we can actually have more dialogue. But like Ellie, how exactly did? Because from what I understood, like the mom got attacked as she was giving birth.
Yeah.
So I guess through the
The umbilical cord.
the cord
she
joint
got
that I
bit.
guess. Yeah, the mom got bit, not Ellie though. Ellie never got bit.
She got bit later on, but that's when you
Oh,
find out that.
Ellie got bit later on.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't make her immune. That bite didn't make her immune. It was the shit that happened when she was born.
In terms of the game, they never really said how she got in how she was immune. We just assume maybe like it's like some DNA type shit where it could be like how the show did it, because the actress, well, shout out to the actress, because the actress that did it, that was Ellie's mom, was actually the voice actress and the actress to play Ellie in the game. So, which we'll talk about that. I also liked how Last of Us paid homage to the game with the actors that played the characters in the game. But in terms of how Ellie came immune, it could be like that, how they did it in the show. It could be like that in the game. Like they never really said anything. We just assumed that like Ellie was probably just got like one of those lucky people born with immunity to the shit, since it's been around for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But
I thought it was going to be a little bit of evolution on the human side.
That's what gamers think in terms of the gaming side. In terms of the show, her getting bitten, then maybe the infection getting to her quickly before. Even when they did it like that, that shit still kind of didn't make sense to me. So I'm like, all right, she got bit while her mom was getting birth, and her mom cut the umbilical cord mad quickly. So wouldn't she still be infected? Like that it
Yeah,
didn't
but
make
as-
it didn't make sense to
Yeah,
me.
because I'm
like
like, did it? Because like they never really say how fast the infection spreads to the body. So like, is it like as soon as you're bit, like that shit is coursing through your veins?
I
Well,
think they-
obviously not though, because we see people get bit and then still be human for a
Yeah.
while.
So that's why I was
Yeah.
like, it doesn't make sense because then like she cut the umbilical cord. Or no, she
like
cut
the
it after
moment
she
the
got
moment
bit.
Ellie the moment as she saw Ellie was born, she cut the
It's
umbilical.
fine.
Yeah,
It's
but she
fine.
already
It's
got
not that
bit, but
deep.
she already got bit at that point.
Mhm.
Maybe she got like a little bit like how vaccines, well, not some vaccines work, like you get a little bit of that DNA and then like you immediately like, fight it off. Maybe that's
Your
how it works.
body, your body knows.
So I
Knows
mean,
how
I
to
hear
I
you.
fight
guess
it.
that means that the infection spreads to your body instantly before you actually become fully uninfected.
I don't know, so it's fine. I mean, the thing is, she wasn't directly affected; she was like indirectly affected, so maybe that had something to do with it. But regardless, it's fine. Let's talk some more. Josh, go ahead. Lead us somewhere.
Yes, thank you. Second arc, I think got everybody talking. Obviously, this is where we saw the bloater for the first time, Sam and Henry. Which Sam, who's the eldest one? Henry? I mean, no, Sam was the youngest, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so a quick change. Sam in the game isn't deaf. So making him deaf was like nobody expected that, and it was a huge not like a huge reaction in terms of negativity, but in terms of positivity, like oh shit, this is dope. So it actually made you appreciate the bond of Sam and Henry. If you played the game and knew what happened, it made you appreciate the bond even more between them because he was taking care of his deaf brother. And but basically this was the arc. I think they were in Kansas City or some shit like that. And shit hit the fan. Let's call it what it was. Joel and Ellie on a run from just raiders or some shit like that. City got overtaken by the people who
They weren't raiders. They were the people that were like in the city.
dog,
They
They were the
rode up.
citizens, and
I know what you're saying, but
they were
that's
trying
still
to lay a
raider.
trap.
Yeah, that's a
No,
raider.
it wasn't a raider. They were the citizens.
But Mo,
And then they saw.
you're not listening to me. That you're not listening. That I get what you're saying in the semantics and the technicality of it all. But in Joe's eye, that's a raider. Like you're trying to jack my shit. That's a raider.
Well, hold on. I think you're talking about when they first entered the city.
Yeah, I'm talking when they first entered the city. Before, like that's when we later know, oh, these niggas were part of this whole huge militia, some shit like that. But when you first enter the city, you just see some nigga throw a rock at you, trying to jack your shit. That's a raider, bro. You
Well,
playing
It wasn't
dead.
in Iraq. It was like an AC unit or some shit.
Yeah, like I know. I'm exaggerating on a fucking rock, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to like go through like all the synopsis, but like
Oh,
how
I'm
Josh
not.
Yeah,
said,
we don't have to talk about that, but I think one of the things that was
no,
So,
hold
one-
up. I've actually had a question. It actually goes back to our fucking question of the day. Or yeah,
Go ahead,
actually,
go
I shall call it the question of the day. When it came to Sam and Henry, like let's not forget the backstory of them niggas. Sam was sick or some. Sam was sick with some shit. I don't know what.
Yeah, leukemia.
Was it leukemia?
I think so.
Oh, all
Sounds
right.
right.
Well,
either that pneumonia, but it's one
yeah,
or
so,
the other.
and Henry being the big brother that he was, like, yo, I gotta protect my little brother. So I gotta get him the drugs, and only the drug that he need to use. He need to get the drugs that to survive. So I'm like, all right, not Sam. Henry had no choice but the
coming up.
Yeah, become an op. Thank you. He had to become an op to save my brother. So he had to sell out the dude that was help taking care of him and his brother, which was the
Matachi for real.
exactly. You see, you let me host. I got it. You let me host. Let me do my thing. But
Matachi for real.
he is a top. Yeah, he's
It's
so
the opposite.
it's similar to an opposite. It is the opposite because the people governing the citizens were kind of mad fucking evil. Like they were rapists, torturers, and all that shit. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take that. I give you that one.
but you saw like Sam had again I keep getting them mixed up. Henry had do some. He was a rat. I think that's what Joel called him. I'm not fucking with no rat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because Joel's a real one.
Joel is a real one. Joel don't fuck with no rats, bro. He's boozy, bro. He don't fuck with no rats.
He's a
Okay.
real one, but at the same time, he's been on both sides. So
That too. So the only way, Henry was like, all right, I'll get you out of here, but you gotta help me and my brother get out of here because I know the way out and all shit like that. But long story short, the antagonist of this arc in her buddy, her right hand man, who was the voice actor for Tommy in the game, who was Joe's brother, find Sam, Henry, Joe, and Ellie. And this was actually the episode where the bloater came out, which everybody was super excited for. We was waiting for this. They did not disappoint. Seeing all those clickers and runners and a fucking bloater, like that shit was fucking amazing. Fast forward to the last 15 or so minutes, you get this tough and deep and powerful moment with Ellie and Sam, where Ellie's shows him her wound or her like her mark and shit like that, and shows that I'm immune. I don't know if that happened in the game. I can't remember. But that shit was a powerful moment for, again, like the way they set this up was like, dog, even for people who knew what was gonna happen, it was like, dog, we are not prepared for this shit. So my question would be, how did y'all react when y'all saw? Well, you knew Sam was going to turn into a monster, but how did y'all
I
react
actually didn't. I thought it might work.
how did you? I'm get the questions.
I was like, maybe this shit might work.
She sprinkled some blood on that motherfucker like this.
Yeah, I said maybe this shit will work, and it was like, no. So I think it's a little bit more than that.
But
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know,
I'm
what
not
my
gonna lie to
question's
you.
gonna be.
I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as they was in like that hotel room by themselves, and they were talking, I was like, yeah, that nigga's infected. I was like, he gotta be. I said, that nigga's infected.
Yeah, and also shout out to the woman who's like the bad guy during that arc. She said, man, I don't give a fuck that your brother was about to die. She said, this God plan, bro. I was like, damn. She said, that's God plan. I said, damn.
No, she literally
She said,
the whole city.
she said, maybe he was meant to die. You ever think about that? I said, yeah.
I was like, yeesh.
Or
And then you know what that nigga did?
Night. That clicker girl got her. You know, see, that was me. I would have got shot mad quick too, because I would have been like, well, maybe your brother was meant to die. I would have said some shit like that too. But
oh, you got shot.
Yeah, I would have got shot, man, immediately. I just
not you trying to clap back.
Yeah, I would have clapped back. I'm the nigga that's gonna clap back, even in a dire situation where you got the gun pointed at me. I'm just gonna do that shit.
But Josh, that's how I know you're not gonna survive, bro.
Exactly. Like, actually, now that you brought that up, when we get done the Last of Us shit, we're gonna ask that, like, who among us would like survive the longest in the world of The Last of Us? Because I'm definitely would be eliminated. But back to the Sam Henry shit. How did y'all react, especially Mo, since you never played the game? How did you react when you saw Henry kill Sam and then eventually kill himself?
I mean, I think the whole Henry thing. I kind of wanted to talk about something before that, but I can talk about that first. It's fine. But the Henry thing, that shit was just like reactionary, man. Like he did it just based off instinct. I feel like at that point, but then like watching a nigga process what he did in real time was like insane. And I didn't know what the fuck he was gonna do after that. I thought he was gonna like shoot Ellie. Like I thought he was legit about to shoot Ellie in that moment.
Me
and
too.
Joel's gonna try to do some Superman shit.
In
that
the game,
nigga
I
took
thought
the
that.
gun. He took the gun. He said, "All right, fuck this shit." And I was like, "Oh no, nigga."
Well,
So,
yeah, it made sense though, because
Yeah.
that was the only reason why he was.
That was his reason for doing his thing, yeah, for living.
But then
So,
also it's
it does.
crazy too because he shot at Joel first
Mm-hmm.
before he shot Sam, and I was like, I was watching, I was like, damn, like I get it, like he doesn't want to kill his brother, but he knows what he has to do is just reaction, and he finally, but then he doesn't just shoot Sam, he blows the nigga head off, and then like, but
And then it was like Sam,
yeah,
you there?
and then he was like, and Joel's like, give me the gun, and I was like, is he about to shoot Joel?
That's
and
what
he
I
put
thought.
the gun. I said, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, that's legit what I thought. So it was definitely like a shock. It was definitely very shocking. But that episode might be my favorite episode.
That's my favorite
insane.
episode. That was like, because even as a gamer, like you know what's going to happen. It's like, damn, I cannot prepare myself for this because that shit.
But
when you played that shit was like a gut punch, bro.
Yeah, but even before that, get into like the federal like
the government.
No, what's it called? The federal like quarantine center, whatever you want to call it.
Zones?
No, the quarantine.
Yeah, the zone. Yeah. But like, I think the thing is that it kind of just like, yeah, they were shitty, like essentially shitty, like corrupt government and all that stuff. But like the fact that revolution happened there, that I'm assuming that's going to happen in other places as well.
Oh no, yeah, 100%. Like Fedra became basically the government that collapsed on itself. It was just taking control of evil fucks. That's what Fedra was. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but you'll see different types of shit in Last of Us Part 2 as well. That is possibly that predictable in a post-apocalyptic world. So I'm not going to spoil it, obviously. But if you ever saw Walking Dead, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. If you ever saw,
I haven't seen Walking Dead, so I appreciate that.
But
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like zombie shows because personally, that's the one thing where like that shit can happen in real life. That's just me.
The Walking Dead, I don't know if it's real life, but more so, Last of Us is more real believable because of the science.
And I can watch just like gruesome stuff, even stuff that's like thriller like, but like when it becomes something like Stranger Things is like very like thriller-ish. But I'm like, okay,
yeah, that's my shit right there.
I personally don't believe.
Real,
yeah, Sam might believe that there is a potential mirror dimension. I personally don't really, so I'm like, whatever.
I know, I get you.
I'm not worried about that shit. But like this shit, like fungus, we got fungus.
Yeah,
you know,
it's the reason why I don't watch.
We eat wheat. Like I don't know, nigga.
It's the reason why I don't watch like exorcism movies and shit like that. Like, nah, that shit like is like a real deal. Like, I don't want to see that shit, bro. I don't watch.
Nah, man. I stopped watching that too, cause I was opening up my shower curtain every time before I pee to make sure there's nobody in there.
You gotta make sure the monster not there, some shit like that.
I go like American Horror Story, bro.
I damn sure don't watch them shits, dog.
Yeah.
You go to like you better go to the middle of fucking nowhere, you see some random house. Like, nope, just keep it going, but keep it pushing.
Nah, that's some shit I don't fuck with. That's the last thing I need. I already got too many fears.
I don't go to horror movies. I haven't. My last horror movie was Jeepers Creepers 2, bro. I haven't seen a horror movie ever since.
And not gonna lie, for Last of Us, the one thing, and I'm not saying they're doing this intentionally. I know Josh likes to say I'm reading to it way too hard, but I will say that whenever a nigga got a fucked up ankle, that nigga's cooked because his daughter ankle, Tess ankle, Sam upper ankle area. So you ankle get fucked up. Chop, nigga. chop, nigga. That's a sign. That's the sign. I'm not saying they're doing it intentionally, but it is there, and it is a pattern that I'm calling out. That's all I'm saying.
But moving on to the past Sam and Henry. All right, so let's move on to. I guess let's get to the good stuff, bro. Last episode.
Yeah, let's talk.
Here's the decision. Everybody knew that it was coming for the gamers, for those that were brand new to Last of Us. You got question.
Ask the question. So in the game, are you allowed to like either go one way or another?
No.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
That sets up my question, which is okay. So this took over the time when the game came out. This took over the timeline, and many conversations was he right or wrong? Since it's not multiple choice. It's literally this is the ending right here. So for the people who are new to Last of Us, like yourself, Mo, you entered the conversation much as like similar to us as me and Trayvon, which I would ask. So I'm just gonna ask it: was Joel right into saving Ellie?
Which hold on,
no, nigga, he was not.
Before you say that, I think that was a good option for the game. They shouldn't give you that option.
I think that was one of the first games that really put the ending in a very not in a controversial, actually no, in a controversial manner, but in a controversial way. It's like some people I would have done the same exact shit, dog.
Yeah, because you already knew that Joel had demons, but you didn't know to what extent. Obviously, we saw that in a TV show, like when he was talking about some of the things that he did.
Yeah,
some of the things that he did was messed up. But like once you saw that on display on that last episode, you're like, oh yeah, he is messed up.
He went John fucking Wick on them niggas.
And the thing is, it was sort of foreshadowed even like earlier in the episode because the way he was like talking about his daughter, it was like, oh yeah, you would like my daughter. Yeah. Y'all get along great.
That was another highlight.
And he started, and I'm not saying like not even like schizophrenia or anything, but like there was definitely something happening where he was starting to just like replace Ellie in that way view her as his daughter.
Right there. What you said right there is the perfect. That's what exactly happened. He He couldn't save Sarah, his actual daughter. So here's a mission to take care of this little girl, which is like basically the same age as Sarah, who acts like Sarah, and just in a different manner as well. And now the option, I gotta let her die in order to save the world. It goes back to the question Sam asked for the start of the podcast. Would you have done it? Would you sacrifice your family or would you sacrifice the world? And some people argue, you just said that he was wrong for it.
This is different
Hang on.
She was not the world. She was not the world or his family. That was packaged.
The fact that
that was
you
a
said,
UPS package.
hang on. The fact that you said that is what I was going into because I know everything you were about to say because I've heard it all. Me personally,
he had one job. Deliver the milk, nigga.
God damn, my nigga, can you let me talk? Fuck, I don't even know. Do you want to be the host?
I am the host, nigga.
No,
I am.
You co-host. I'm the host. I'm earning jobs in this bitch, bro.
Y'all gonna let that nigga talk?
He gotta put you in your place. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn, nigga.
He did not put me in no place. Do not do this.
I was
do not do this.
I mean, like me personally though, like I wouldn't.
But
hey,
back to the point.
Niggas acting like I wasn't in the mud for this. Josh got it easy.
Hold on, bro. I could
Let's not
go off right now.
But
you're right. Let's talk about Last of Us. Point is, everything that you were about to say about him not being her family, all that shit, I've heard it and I tell people all the time. And to begin, when I first saw this ending, when I played it, I was on Joel's side. And when I'm older now, I'm like, as I gradually progress, I'm like, all right, maybe Joel was wrong. But now, like right now, I am on no one's side on this shit. And I know that's hard to believe because everybody has to have a side in this shit. Or you're on Team Joel or you're not on Team Joel. Was it right? Was it wrong? I am not on anyone's side on this shit because in my position, let me keep it a buck. I don't know what I would have done. Personally, I think I would have sacrificed her. But even then, I'm thinking, dog, do y'all even have the fucking technology to even make a cure? The world is going to shit. Technology is all but gone. And you're telling me, hey, yo, we could cut her brain open to make a cure. I'm supposed to bet on that? On a slim hoping chance? So if you don't make a cure, we just killed this innocent girl who I just saw as my fucking daughter again.
Brother, you had a mission, nigga. And you going away from the mission.
The mission changed.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. He barely knew her. She could have died.
Barely. They was together for 3 months or something.
Probably more.
My bad. 4 months. She could have died. Only thing is that I disagree on is they should have not just put Ellie to sleep and was gonna take that shit, like take her brain. I feel like they should be like, hey, like
you gotta die.
Yeah, like we're going to take your brain. And yeah, she probably would have said yes regardless, but I just feel like that would have been the better solution.
Hold up. Time out. Again, we say this from a standpoint as we are not fathers. We are not, we don't have kids.
I get that, but you talking about, yeah, it's like, okay.
I got 3 pets.
That's close enough, but
anyway, but I'm saying like, the thing is, if it didn't work, like, yes, you hope that this shit works, but if it actually does work, like she can actually somewhat get back to normal in real life. And now, yes, it's a sacrifice of Ellie, but like, it's like sacrificing one person or sacrificing the world. And to our knowledge, there is no one else in the world that's like Ellie. So this is your one chance. Like, yes, you hopefully don't fuck it up, but like, this is the one chance to do it. And I'm sorry, but fuck your bond. She gotta die.
All right, Mo and Sam say no. If I had to pick, I don't know because morally, ethically, I'm in a tough position here, dog. Like I don't know what I would have done, but Trey,
just pick something. Because
all right, you want me to pick? All right, I think Joe did the right thing. That's me. I would have done something. I would have just say.
For me,
what do you say, Trevon?
I would have taken the hate. I would have taken the hate.
I'm saving her 10 out of 10 times.
I would have done the same.
Because
you would have what?
Well, if you think about it, what Joel's position was, like
exactly,
like Josh laid it out. He's what, like 50 something? He already lost one.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in a
hold up. You didn't just lose your daughter. You lost your girl in Test, which even though they had like a brother-sister relationship, they probably did have hidden emotional feelings for each other. Yeah, like Bill's dead. Like you've lost about everyone you ever really cared about outside of your brother, and you got like a very unstable relationship with a strained relationship with him as it is. So
Yeah.
it's like, all right, bro, like I can't lose her.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. Like y'all, no one's putting yourself in Joel's position with his psyche, with his mentality of what he are. You're thinking of your own shit. And
me too. I would save her too.
I would have saved her. I don't care, like, yo, because we always do that shit as parents. When I was parents, like parents always do that shit, like, yo, you don't have as much as you think you have an opinion, you don't have an opinion. Fuck that. You're not doing that. Yeah, I'm not letting you do that shit.
And it also shows because you saw he was getting like weaker and slower and everything, but then he went John Wick, and that's how you know it came from the heart. Because he knew what he wanted. He was saving her no matter
That nigga
what.
was a
that
killer.
that nigga fucked up, and I would tell you exactly how he fucked up because he left 2 nurses alive, and those nurses are going to spread the news that there's a crazy old nigga that shot up everybody in that hospital and killed everybody, and niggas going to find out, and they were like, the other gonna be like, yo, I heard this crazy story that somebody just shot up the whole hospital by themselves.
Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. We're gonna move
Josh.
on. We're gonna move on.
Hey,
We're gonna move on.
Hey, and you don't gotta say anything. That's just me and my critical thinking. But he fucked up by leaving those 2 nurses alive.
Please, let's just move on. Can we move on?
Josh,
please?
No comment.
All I'm gonna say is that Itachi ain't do that. Itachi killed everybody but his brother.
He got a point.
That nigga fucked up. That nigga saw the job, and again, this is a common theme. Didn't see the job through. So I'm gonna say,
like Karapika.
he saw what? Okay, we're not doing this.
No, he didn't see the job through. He didn't see the job through. But that's another
Bro,
story.
the story has not been finished. Shut up.
It's never going to be finished. It's never going to be finished. Shit.
Technically, Josh is right.
Okay.
It's never going to be finished. Thank you,
Okay,
Trayvon.
all right.
But
hey, man, go watch One Piece, nigga.
Hey, you said you was gonna watch it. Maybe you can watch it together, bro. I'm down watching One Piece with you, bro. Pause, but I'll watch it.
I think I am gonna watch it, but I'm not watching it with you, nigga. So.
He'll want to spend more time with you than with his own girl. That'd be crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, 1,100 episodes, nigga. We married.
But what I'm saying, yeah, nah. Joe did the right thing, and
he did not do the right thing.
He didn't do the right thing, but I would.
He did morally. He did the right thing. I probably would have done the same exact shit. That's the thing. But was it quote unquote the right thing? No, because you sacrifice. Mo, just watch out for golf clubs when you put it like that. But just watch out for golf clubs.
Stop. Don't do this.
I'll move it up.
Josh, bro.
I'll move it up. I didn't say anything. I'll move it up. He don't know the content to that.
I know how to not accidentally spoil shit.
See, he didn't know that was a spoiler until you said it. You're the dumbass, bro. You're the one that's gonna tell somebody.
Okay, all right.
I just said golf club. Golf club to mean anything.
Josh, you ain't had to say anything, but now if I see a golf.
Well, we don't know.
A golf course
or some
shit,
shit,
I'm gonna be like that.
All right, and we don't know what's going to happen in Last of Us Part in season 2 because they said they won't be changing shit, and that got a lot of people like, oh, what y'all mean y'all gonna be changing shit? So I'll leave it at that.
I don't think they're gonna change the core of it.
I think they're just gonna build upon it because a lot of shit so it was like a lot of people in my Discord chat was saying like her husband, like one of my friends in my Discord, Rashimoto, said. Like her husband said, they're going Last of Us Part 2 is going to build upon the game, and then season 3 is going to be the actual game.
Yeah, because they have to do the sequencing differently. That's the main reason why.
They need to build that fucking character because that character is ass in the game, and you know what character I'm talking about.
That's because the sequencing was off.
They know
I can't speak on this.
They didn't build her, bro. They just introduced this chick and she did what she did. And I were like, yeah, you wonder why people hate it because it's like that. No one's objecting to what happened. It's just that it happened like that by this character. But moving on.
Yeah.
Joe did arguably I'm not saying Joe did the right thing because I don't know if Joe quote unquote did the right thing. I would have done it, honestly. As fucked up as it is, I would have killed all these people who, again, just doing their job to save this girl that I bonded to as adult, seen as my now.
Well, not save the girl, but potentially save the world. Their intentions were not to save the girl.
Hey, bro, what did Trayvon say? Fuck the world.
That's what Brett Fires said too. But anyway,
Okay. We quoted Brent Fires, Aaron Yeager, and Joel.
Yeah, you quoted R. Kelly. So we might as well add him to the list.
Off the tape.
This is not. This is not fucking good, bro.
Off the record.
Off the record, my ass. You on the record, nigga. That recording button is going. That shit is live. That shit was live.
We also didn't mention that what was her name, Marlene or
Yeah,
Arlene?
Marlene. Yeah. The
I forget her name, but
it's Marlene. But the way she died, bro, she was like, hell, I won't tell nobody. That nigga said, bitch, shut up.
that's crazy.
He said, bitch, shut up. Just shot her.
Is that the black woman?
Yeah, the black one that got shot in the end.
The fire.
She was the same like voice actor and everything. And
oh, it is the same voice actor. I didn't beat that.
Yeah,
I didn't beat that.
One.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty dope.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Nah, well, Last of Us did a great job to show paying homage to the game because they had like the voice actors and the actual visual actors come in and play roles in the game, like Troy Baker, who was like that priest's right hand. You had my Ellie's mom was actually fucking Ellie in the game, so they did a good job. Now,
and Perry was Tommy's character.
Yeah, Perry was Tommy's character. Yep, you're right, Sam, because I forgot that too. So they did a great job paying homage and making sure people were involved. The people from the game were involved, and that's also credit Naughty Dog, the creators of the game, to make sure like, we're going to make sure that these people who made this game what it is will be in the show to make it what it is now. What it is.
She's only 47, bro.
Oh,
Marlene.
Respectfully.
Oh, really?
Okay, Trip, you got it.
My fault. All right,
that's his type of woman, bro.
I mean, give me that. Her and Rosario Dawson.
Woo! That's my girl, baby.
Let me grab my notes.
Yo, I can't wait. I can't wait for Ahsoka, bro. I like lightsabers too.
You can play with your saber.
Oh, no. See, he took it that.
Oh
way.
my god,
he took it there. All right. We could have left it. We could have left it.
Yeah, no. Let's like recap it. Just like start wrapping it up. But
right.
I mean, The Last of Us. I've seen it the most recently out of everybody here. I enjoyed it a shit ton. Even though I don't like zombie shit or anything, I did enjoy it a lot. I appreciated the way how they kind of unfolded and like revealed the world to us in a post-apocalyptic, storyline or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, one of the themes is that, sometimes humans can be the real monsters, in a world that is full of infected people or whatever.
Sometimes.
And it was definitely one.
Most of the time.
I mean, not all of them were monsters. Just that some people were like, really, really on some shit. So, yeah.
I want to give a quick. Bella Ramsey, excuse me, who played Ellie. Y'all, everybody, get off that woman dick, bro. That girl killed that role of playing Ellie, dog. Y'all was all bitching and complaining when she got picked to play Ellie, dog. Shut the fuck up. Enjoy the product, because she did a fantastic job of playing Ellie, as did Pedro Pascal, who played Joel. Because I know a lot of niggas was bitching. Yeah. Oh, it should have been John Berthel. I'm like, nah, dog. They got the right person to play Joel.
I do think the Shardy that plays Ellie's character pronouns are they don't.
I don't care. That's why they mad, bro. She's actually getting married. Congratulations on her marriage. But
oh, she is.
Yeah, she's getting. People complained about that too. I'm like, yo, our lives are not the same of these Hollywood actors who got fucking money. We can't get married at the age of 21 and 19.
I was just saying the pronouns that they know. I don't think your response should have been I don't care.
That was kind of crazy.
Your response could have been anything else.
Why? Well, I don't care though. That's the thing. Like, I feel like we
all down.
No,
that nigga truly doubled down.
All right, dog. I'm not like, because it doesn't affect me if you're they them.
Triple down.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying the shit.
It's not a triple down. It's just saying it doesn't. Okay. Congratulations. Okay. I want you to be happy and live your life. Like,
it's cool. I understand where you come from.
Like, what do y'all think
just
about?
Don't come off well.
What do you think about episode 8, where you find out about the cannibals and you see Ellie go crazy at the end and kill Bull?
Well, they already talked about. Well, the show how Ellie has a darker side. So they did that. They showed it very well, and they just built it up. And
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it
like the
came
way
out.
she killed him, I was like, yo, like she really like.
Well, the nigga was like trying to rape her, like, and that was
Exactly.
like, and that was like her.
How should she respond, Sam?
No, I'm not saying it like that, but I'm saying like I had to rewatch that part of like her reaction. I was like, you could see just like the horror, but then her also
Yeah,
just like,
He was about to get raped.
oh my god, nigga,
yeah.
I just
Let Sam make his point, cause he's making
but
a good point.
but then just like from the horror of what was going to happen to her, then her literally like exploding and literally like she didn't just kill him, like she went crazy and started whacking at him
If
after
you
he ended dead.
if
You
you
see the
look up
breakdown of it.
if you look up a play-by-play of the game to the show, that scene was like picture to picture of how what happened to the game what happened to Ellie in the game too. Like the whole flashing slash, like that shit happened picture in picture. I'm mad. I'm mad we ain't see the body because I was like, damn, what that nigga look like now? That nigga probably that nigga look like chopped liver.
I like that part because like it just showed like the horror in that world of like what people do, but then also just like sometimes what it causes people to do, and like the extent that they even like the mental just like because then at the end when you see Joel finally, because like Joel usually you would think would save her, but she had to do this on her own, and you just see her literally, and even in the first part of episode 9, you see her just mentally fucked up because of like the extent of what she had to do, and I just really felt like that was really well done.
It was
Yeah,
very well
I
done.
think I think that's a really really good point you made, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Like that, like Henry and Sam episode and that episode are like my two favorites.
Added essentially to like her trauma on top of having to deal with infected. You know,
Yeah,
granted, she doesn't really have to worry about them, but she can still like be killed by them. If they just tear
yeah,
her apart, she can still be killed. But
Yeah,
and
like that just adds her trauma at that point.
yeah, and also the what other thing is, I wish that I don't know if they do this in the game, but like show more about what happened between her and what was the girl that she like her name was Riley.
oh,
Yeah.
her friend that got bit. Yeah,
Yeah, like
Do
they
you
showed.
do you think she killed her?
I have a feeling she
probably.
definitely
You know,
did.
no, most likely it and it
I
implied.
think she did.
Actually, no, it's definitely she did because she said I had to kill my best friend. So she said that like
Yeah.
she
So
definitely had
like,
to.
which is interesting because like, remember how like what's it called when Tess was it Tess
Yeah,
when Tess and Joel were walking and they were like, this infected was not here a few months ago.
Into the museum.
into the museum.
Was
that
it
she
in the
said?
museum? No, it wasn't in the museum. It was when they were in when they were about to get out of the city. No, sorry, when they were still in the quarantine zone and they were trying to get out.
That
And then
might not have been Ellie's shit. That might just have just been somebody popped
okay,
up.
I was like, I
Contacted.
wonder if that was Riley who she killed.
No. Riley is dead. Like she popped Riley in the head and that mall, bro.
Yeah, Riley's still gonna be in the mall dead.
Yeah, like
Okay.
because they promised. I think. Well, before Ellie probably realized she was immune, she was like, "Oh damn, I gotta do it because if I don't do it, she'll kill me." So
Yeah, I wish they showed that a little bit. I wish they did show that just because like it would have really showed the trauma behind that as well.
I mean, the whole theme of the show
Didn't
is
need to.
trauma. Argue me, the whole theme of the show is trauma. I mean, the two main characters have the biggest trauma of the entire
Well,
character cast.
But
One
it showed that.
One thing I was definitely thinking about just now is they didn't really show the bodies of the people they were killing until the last episode when Joel was again
John
doing
Wick.
John Wick.
You mean Joe Wick?
Yeah, Joel Wick. Like they didn't show the bodies and the effects that like they were doing. They only showed the emotions that the actors were like experiencing, which makes
They
sense.
didn't show any bodies.
I mean, they show bodies, but like not like the brutal scenes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say like, well, the game, man, because I mean, when the priest got taken out, they didn't show that either. Again, I was like, damn, but it is what it is. Moving on.
Let's talk about that nigga Joel, because that nigga, because you get the hint that nigga, he's not necessarily good, not necessarily bad, and you're like, oh, he's an anti-hero. No, that nigga's an anti-villain. That's who he is. That nigga's an
I
anti-villain.
No.
Yo, he set
He
it
is
up,
he
bro.
is he is
I gotta
he is
move
he
on.
is more of an anti-villain than an anti-hero.
I'm
In
not. He's
this
not
in
an
this
anti.
essay,
He's not a.
in
He's
this
not a.
essay, I will explain.
Do you want? I really hate you. I really hate that you said that. I swear I hate you. The fact because I've had to read those before. That's why I had to proofread niggas' work and they said that shit.
That nigga got PTSD.
Like, point is, Joe. To answer your question, Joe's not like a anti-hero or anti-villain. Joe is just a survivor. Period. And
Yeah,
surviving,
that's fair.
you do what you got to do. I mean, in the first
That's
episode,
fair.
he threw a kid in furnace, but he said, "Shit, you can't do it. All right, I'll do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, well, the kid was
He's
dead.
Vin
The
Diesel
kid
in
was
a
dead.
It don't
He's Vin
matter. Like
Diesel.
a lot of people can't just throw a kid in a furnace, dog.
The
Doesn't
kid was dead, bro.
It doesn't matter. Tess looked at that kid and she knew it was dead too. And was like, I can't do that shit, bro.
Probably because the test passed.
Probably. Again, we don't know Tess passed, but
Yeah.
Joe, being the one who lost a child, said, "Fuck it, I'll do it."
Nigga, if my job is to burn dead bodies, I'm gonna burn dead bodies, brother.
You going? So if you
Man.
saw a kid, you would
Is the kid dead?
all right, bro. I can't.
Yes.
Like I would
get
hesitate.
it.
Like, see, that's my issue because I feel like you capping when you say that shit. Like I would hesitate too.
Smoked brisket, nigga.
Kid, I was about to say
Yeah.
kid pack.
Well-
I was about to say kid pack. That's crazy.
We smoking on that child pack.
But with Joel, that's crazy. It's so insane. But with
That shit about to fall off the bone.
Tender, that's crazy.
Like,
Joe was basically Vin Diesel if he was in The Last of Us
how is he Vin Diesel?
for the family.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
You're forcing it now. You're forcing it.
You guessing it? Okay.
Tomato.
Yeah, let's wrap it up then.
All right. Final thoughts on
it's
Last
getting
of Us?
it's getting late. It's getting late. I'll say really good show, honestly.
Actually, I take that back.
like-
Before you finish that, since you never played the game, predictions for season 2.
No, I don't
I'm
want
not-
predictions
No,
because there's
I'm not
gonna be
saying. I'm
spoilers.
not. That's why I say you.
Oh,
Mo.
me.
Yes,
Me.
you. God
Um,
damn, niggas don't listen.
I'm sorry. You know, it's getting late. It's hard to hear.
It is a lot.
I'll say season 2, I definitely expect information to be leaked out specifically by the 2 nurses that survived about what actually happened in the hospital and then coming back to Ellie and Joel and the ramifications of that. And if Ellie can even trust that nigga at that point anymore.
Well,
I think it's gonna be the biggest part.
Hang on, time out. I hate to cut you off. She already don't trust him because she already suspects that he lied to her already.
Yeah, for sure. But for it to actually her actually hearing it from other people and her putting it together,
Mhm.
that shit's gonna be insane watching it happen in real time.
Mhm.
So
Okay, let's move. Let's move
I
on.
can't wait for that personally. I'm sure. Wait, I'm not done. I'm giving predictions, nigga.
I thought you were done.
No, infected. I'm looking for there to be more of that or whatever. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I think that's really the main thing, and just seeing what else is happening in this world. See what. Cause the only other place they have to travel is just more west, unless they go south or something. Really,
Where would they go? They just went back to the joint.
California maybe.
Why would
No,
they go to California?
no. They didn't go back to the joint. They went. It was a new area.
They can
But-
go up north.
No, that's what I'm saying. They live up there now, dog. They not going anywhere else. They live up with Tommy now.
They went back to Tommy's.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they
But no,
did.
that's where they live. They have nowhere else to go. They have no choice but to go back to
But
Tommy.
they didn't go back there in the show.
Unless
did, the
less.
end.
In the I don't. So
No,
I don't
know.
think that was
hang on,
that.
hang on. I know what most they didn't go back to Tommy quote unquote location at the end of the show, but they were planning on going back to Tommy when all was said and done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe was taking her back to Tommy.
But we don't know that. That's what Mo is saying. We don't know
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what I'm
where he's
saying.
going.
I'm saying in the show it doesn't end like that. I don't think they even Tommy's thing. They're going to another town. Looks like.
Probably. It is what it is. Either or.
Yeah.
Final grades for the show.
I mean I give it a 9 out of 10.
Trayvon,
It's an easy 10.
Sam,
9.5.
I'll give it a 9.
It was a good
I
drawing.
think it might even up it to 9.5. But I feel fine with the 9. I think I really want to see what happened with season 2 and how it capitalizes off of season 1. But like my one thing was that there were like parts in the middle where I was like, not that I was bored because I wasn't bored, but I was like, I was wishing there was more happening. And I'm not usually the type to say that, but I will say I did wish there was a little bit more happening just in terms of like the action sequence of that stuff. That's all I'll say about that. But like,
I
I give it a
cannot
9.
hold up. I cannot wait for niggas who never played the game to watch season 2 and 3, bro. I cannot generally wait for Trayvon. The
Bro.
timeline is about to fucking explode. Niggas gonna break Twitter for the Elon Musk gonna have to find a new server, bro. Niggas gonna break Twitter when that shit happens. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
Season 1 was a lot more action, like with zombies, I guess. But season 2, bro, is nuts.
It's
Just
about to
every
go
single
ham.
it's just nuts. But let's
Nigga, you thought you saw an infected, bro? Man, fuck out of here.
yeah, but let's move on. I don't want to spoil anything or
All right.
potentially.
That would do it since everybody looks tired and Sam like he about to pass out on the couch.
Damn,
No.
about to fall asleep.
Oh, also, I one thing I would say is that I like how they show like the evolution of infected, because in most zombie stories, like you're a zombie, and that's it. But like there's different levels of infected and how you become more dangerous, and like how it takes over. Like, oh, you go from a runner, now you're a clicker, but like as you're a clicker, like you don't have eyes anymore, like your ultrasound. And then
They did that a little bit in The Walking Dead, not to the extent like say Resident Evil, they did that way in Resident Evil, but like in Walking Dead, they did some shit like that. Like a zombie will be able to open doors and climb up walls and shit like that. But that's
I mean, but like that's like whatever. I'm talking about like different literal levels, and like how it takes time for even them to even get there. Like it's not like, oh, it's like 2 days. Like no, like that's probably years of that person that's infected. And the one thing they don't talk about, and I looked this up, was like, is a person still alive or conscious if they're infected?
nah, they did, bro.
I'm just assume no, personally.
They did, bro.
From what I was looking up, is that that a person is conscious all the way up until some parts of when they're a runner, because like if you look at some of them, you can tell like the person is resisting, like they don't want to bite somebody, but they're kind of forced, like the fungus is forcing them to. But then like at a certain point, then yeah, they're going. Another thing was like they're actually still conscious the entire time, but like they have no control over their bodies.
Interesting. I hate to do this, and I wasn't listening because I was listening, but we're gonna wrap it up because like it's like 11:30, bro, and I'm like mad tired.
To answer your question quickly, we don't know. That's like a soul thing.
I don't. Also, speaking of how everybody enjoying anime season so far, we're gonna wrap it up after that. Just quick words.
Well, honestly, next week we'll talk about it next week for sure.
I'm like,
Because I got some anime.
Well, just just final thought from me. Everybody watch Hell's Paradise. Fire show. Watch
the shit on Hulu.
Yeah, whatever shit that show that you talking about. I heard that's
It's
like really good.
I'll have the title probably next week, honestly.
And
but
I gotta have the top. I forgot but the shit that everybody talking about from the writer that did Kaiga Summer's Love is War, Oshi no Kyo or some shit like that. Watch that shit, dog. That shit's hard. Well, this will do it. This is RTJ, Sam Savage, Mo, and Trey.
It's hold on, wait. It's Tengoku.
He couldn't wait till next week.
The Makio. Yeah. But we'll talk about it more next week because I definitely down to talk about, and we gotta talk about Demon Slayer next week as well. But another thing.
Yes, next week will probably be all anime. So for the anime lovers, this is RTJ, Sam Savage, Mo, Trey. We are of Afro Anime, and we are heading out. But before we end it, don't forget, go to the Instagram to follow, go to the Twitter to follow. If you're listening to us, actually watching us officially now on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Afro Anime. It is your boys, and we are out.